EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Trubisky apparently not liking something here. He's going to step back and call it. Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Chicago.
Go! 180! Watch the slant! Watch the slant!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught by Montgomery. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Check 180! Check 52's the mark. You got nothing there.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On third down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Get down. Ready. Black 25. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Get up.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here comes Cohen. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now A fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Single. Hey, 80's yours.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch.
Complete to Taylor Gabriel. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 34-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, open man, Taylor Gabriel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Buster Screen is able to bring him down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
And 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. On 3rd down, Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Well, now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
It's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready, 25. get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On first down, Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's second down.
Down. Ready. You ready? Check. 59. Check. Let him go.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready. 25. It's 59. Mike to 59. 3 bucks.
To throw again is Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
20.
Ryan will throw again. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Now is signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Switch up. 58 to Mike, 58.
Again, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Second and 7 at the 28.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Got it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ready. 22. Ready to go.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move, 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, South. Lucky.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Room here to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Freeman. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Ryan. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Take 4, take 4.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Your trip is huge.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 36, Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught by Cohen and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First down, Bears.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, we got to get this stuff.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Freeman a first down and more. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. 58 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Go. Watch the safety creep. Wait.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Get ready.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's got Burton here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full streak. alert! Alert, alert! Check 59, Mike.
One last shot for Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.